Hello YouTube, welcome to Cars, Grilling and Technology. This is Will. So I got a pretty good video set up for you today. This is kind of like a follow-up to a video that we already did. About a month ago, we got a product from Underseat Pro, which was their Underseat Pro backpack. And I did use that on a flight to Atlanta where I got the flight for $44. I didn't spend any money on getting an extra seat. Luckily, they put me in an aisle seat because I'm a tall guy. So getting sat in the middle would have been bad, and I probably would have had to pay extra money for another seat. But they did put me on an aisle seat, both ways going. So basically, the only thing I spent on this flight was the $44 because the Underseat Pro products are made to go underneath the seat in front of you, and they're meant to be used as a personal item bag. The one that I really wanted to buy, they have another one which is a wheeled Underseat Pro. It's like a small little suitcase, but it's the size of a personal item that has a handle and wheels on it. That's the one that I really wanted to buy, but they were on back order at the time. So it took about a month for them to come in, but when they did come in, I went ahead and got one. So I'm back, and this is pretty cool. It comes in, this is exactly how it looked when I took it out of the box. And it comes with these little straps. So, these things look like a little backpack. So what's cool about this is even if you're not going on a trip, I see a lot of young people with these. My son carries these all the time, where it's like a soft-sided backpack that you can put some items. I wouldn't put anything really heavy in here, but that's just kind of like a nice feature that you can have with this. I'm going to go ahead and grab this out of here because I've never seen one of these in person. I've just seen the online reviews. And basically, this is what you get. What's cool about this is it is foldable. So this is with it being in its folded state. And they do say that with it folded in like this, it's about the height of a 12-ounce pop can. And I would say that's pretty accurate. And it does have the handle here and the wheels. So I think this is pretty cool. We've got some things in here that we'll go over more once we go upstairs. But the price of this off of Amazon was $80. And if you go on 2 trips, it's going to pay it for itself because you're not going to pay for, a carry-on fee, or you're not going to pay for a checked bag fee. So I think the concept is really smart. And there's a segment of items, but the Underseat Pro stuff seems to be top-notch. It's reasonably priced, and it's a common sense way of doing underseat packing because they think of everything as far as making this easy that you can actually use it practically and not have to pay the extra money. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go upstairs. I'm going to open this up, show you what's inside here, and then pack it with some clothing and see what we got. Stay tuned. So I'm back, and here is the bag on my bed. So we're going to open this up. And basically what you would do is it's got the straps here. So this will help you add to compression. But in order to fold it down, these have Velcro on the sides. So, you have to attach the Velcro in order to get it to its full extent. And then to fold it down, you just fold the Velcro in. And then the bag just folds into itself. So I'm trying to do this one-handed, so bear with me, but we're going to go ahead and get this popped up. Then we'll go into more details about, what you get for your $80. And I think that Underseat Pro, I'm not sure how long they've been in business, but they do add a lot of nice little touches. Like, for instance, they give you, a liquids bag and has a little handle with it. So if you ever need to carry it somewhere, you can. And then these are the luggage tags. I'm pretty sure because the backpack came with 2 of these also. And then these are a little bit different from the ones that I got before, which is kind of cool because I got two, so I can use the new updated ones with this bag instead of using the older ones. And the older ones, they were like the vinyl ones that your name and information goes on a card on the inside. So it's kind of nice that they do this. Now this one is version number 2. So I can't tell you a lot of differences between version number 1 and version number 2 because I had never seen version 1 in person. But there is a video out there where they're reviewing the differences. I believe it's it's the Kellys. Very good video where she's comparing both version number 1 and version number 2. But some of the things that were mentioned in the video is that the laptop position has changed. So I guess that the laptop bag was on the outside before, now it's on the inside. And the handle is more flush mounted. I've heard that sometimes if you're putting this into the personal item bin, I believe that it's Frontier that is really bad, that if the handle is sticking up, that they will say, oh, well, technically it's not all the way in, so you have to pay for it, which I think is just like bootleg and petty. But, you know, it is what it is. And then this also has a very nice handle. And one other thing that version 1 did not have is version 1 had 2 little bumpers on the side, where this one has actually like a plate. So I guess that's for if you have a laptop or something in here that's a little bit heavier, that the bag won't tip over. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and load this up where I've got, what do I have here? Got 4 pairs of jeans. I got my electronic charging bag, my toiletry bag, and I've got 3 shirts here. So I'm probably going to grab the bag that I use for like underwear and stuff like that in my toiletry bag. One thing I will say is I was able to get the 3 pairs of jeans in here. If you're going on a longer trip, then, you know, maybe some khakis or something might be better than jeans. Usually when I go on these little short trips that I go on, I'm not doing anything where I have to dress up or anything, so I just usually do jeans. But, you know, some dress pants that are going to be thinner, I'm sure I will be able to get, you know, at least 4 pair in here. And I had to do the same thing with this bag that I did the other one. Because of the size of my clothing, rolling them and then folding them up into squares and then putting them into a garment bag didn't really work. So what I do with the jeans is I just lay them flat on the bottom. So you can see how this is the side. So I start here, put it in, and then just roll it up along the sides here. And that helps me get the 3 pairs in here. You notice there aren't any dress shoes in here. You know, I would suggest if you're going to go on a trip and you really need some dress shoes, as long as it's not the dead of winter, to just wear those through the airport, and put some flats in here. Because my shoes, you know, I normally try to buy Allen Edmonds, and they're not the cheapest shoes, but they're worth it because they last, you know, they'll last 20 years if you take care of them. So I really don't want to smash an expensive pair of shoes trying to save a few dollars at the airport. So I would just suggest doing that. I could easily put a pair of flatter shoes in here, like maybe some, you know, some tennis shoes, as long as they're low tops, would fit in here with no problem. Something I forgot to mention that I learned about version 1 versus version 2 of this bag is that version 2 comes with a carry strap. So if you don't want to wheel it around, or if you're like me and might have to run to catch an airplane, that might be a little bit easier to just throw it on your shoulder and get moving as opposed to sliding it through an airport. So I'm going to close this up and then, you know, show how it looks with the handle extended, wheel it around a little bit, put the handle on here, and give you my final thoughts. So stay tuned. I'll be back. Well, there you have it. There is the bag, fully loaded. You know, as you see, the handle is extended. Like I said, it does not take up a big footprint. I mean, from here it looks like it's about the size of a briefcase, just a little bit thicker. But this bag will save you a lot of money. I think this bag and then the backpack, you know, is a good 1-2 punch that if you're only going on maybe a 1-day trip, I think the backpack is perfect because you can just load that up really, really quick, throw it on your back and keep rolling. But I like the fact that this one does have a handle that, you know, you can roll it through the airport, you know, just like you would a carry-on. And the handle is padded. So depending on how much you pack it, I mean, that won't be very heavy to put on your shoulder. So all in all, I think Underseat Pro, it has a home run again. They also have a carry-on size bag that I've not reviewed yet, or I haven't seen my hands on it yet. But, you know, if you're looking to go something a little bit bigger that you know you're going to have to check, like I said, their products are very reasonably priced. They're made out of recycled material. So I think that's a win-win for everybody. But, you know, I am glad that I bought this. I can't wait to go somewhere. I'm ready to go on a trip right now. If I was going on a longer trip, because this does take up your leg room, since I'm a taller person, I would probably just pay for an exit row seat because, you know, with those, you push your bag, you know, further so you have more leg room, so it doesn't take up your leg room at all. But, say, when I went on my last trip, I had an aisle seat. Went to Atlanta, which is about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours from Cleveland, and I was fine. I didn't have, you know, any desire to have any more leg room. But, you know, that's the trade-off when you do this, where if you want to save your money, I think it's definitely worth it, because with these items, we're probably going to go on more trips, like, you know, a little weekend getaway for what you would save and not having to pay for the baggage fees if you're carrying 2 people with you. Will be at least enough money to buy your food for 1 or 2 days, depending on how much you eat and where you want to go. So all in all, this is a winner. I love their product line. I'm going to be looking for some other products from them, and as soon as they come out with something new, then I will get it for the channel and review it. But if you like what we're doing, please subscribe and like this video and put any comments in the bottom. I don't know if I mentioned that they're an Ohio-based company, and I really like that because I'm also in Ohio. But they've got top-notch quality stuff. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.